Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. This your brother Yahakarab coming at you with another quick one. Before I start, let me say Kal Halarim La Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah Ba'ashim Makakudash. And double honors to the big brothers, the elders, apostles of great millstone, and to the rest of the brethren on down that's teaching and preaching the truth of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah. Shalom Bayatah Dawada. And to the Akim and Akwatium, that is the brothers and sisters that's returning back to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah. Shalom Mashpaka. Shalom. This is a video that I got off the brother did his lesson today. Brother Karata Zaba out of Baltimore. And I'm going to start this video at the 144 mark. Because it was something that the heathen said. The elder asked him. And his response, it just said, nope, as soon as he made that stupid ass response he made, and he's an Edomite. They have hidden themselves. Well, they tried to hide themselves. And Yahweh has made their ass bare. They have been revealed. But he said some dumbass shit. And when he said that, it sparked me. I said, you know what? Let me go get a few precepts. Let's go into these scriptures on there. Just a few of them. It don't take many, but just a few. But I want to bring these scriptures out. I don't want to talk much because it's go fuck up. It's going to do the time. So let's get straight into it. We're going to start it at the 144 mark, which I already got it set on. And listen to this damn devil. Then we're going to get into the scriptures.
Right? The Edomites. You heard about the Edomites? Are they still existing today? They are not. It's not judged them.
Did you hear what that devil said? Did you hear what he said? He said they're not. God judged them. That's what he said. Don't make no sense, man. Running for man. So if the Most High judged them, when did he do that then? These goddamn devils, they trying to run from their own identity. Because they know if they'd have said, oh yeah, we the Edomites, they couldn't be touching these scriptures. They couldn't touch these scriptures. If they was running around saying, yeah, we the Edomites, it doesn't, but they can only touch them if they cover up themselves, if they hide themselves by all those false names that they made up for themselves. But I don't want to start running my mouth. Let's get these scriptures going. The elder asked him, you heard about the Edomites? Yeah, I heard about the Edomites. Is they still around today? Oh, no, God, he judged them. Okay, let's see. Let's go into the scriptures and see when Yahweh judged the Edomites. Let's see. I'm going to come at it this way. We're going to go straight into it. Let's go to Isaiah 34. I ain't going to start from the top. I'm just going to start at 4. And read down to 8. And then we'll go somewhere else. But let's go to Isaiah 34. Matter of fact, just for edification, I'll start up at the top. Isaiah 34 and 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all things that are therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of Yahweh is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. Prophecy, and he had utterly destroyed them. He had delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses. And the mountains shall be melted with their blood. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. That's a prophecy. Was that fulfilled yet? No, it wasn't. Because let's go to Revelations 6. Revelations 6. And we're going to start at 12, just for the sake of time. Revelation 6 and 12. Showing that prophecy that's in Isaiah 34 and verse 4, that hasn't been fulfilled yet. So if that hasn't been fulfilled yet, then 5, verse 6, 7, and 8 haven't been fulfilled yet. So let's deal with that verse 4 first. Revelations 6 and 12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. And the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs, when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heaven departed as a scroll, when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman and every free man, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the rocks and mountains, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, Yahweh, and from the wrath of the Lamb, Yahushua. So that's talking about when Yahushua returned. So that's pertaining to the prophecy that's in Isaiah 34 and 4. It hasn't been fulfilled. Why? Because that's going to be fulfilled when Yahushua return. Period. So let's finish out. And it says what? Verse 5. Isaiah 34 and 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse of judgment. When is this going to happen? When Mashiach return. Verse 6. The sword of Yahweh is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of the lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord has a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Meaning, when Mashiach return, wherever these Edomites ruling at, and preferably Babylon the Great, so-called America, they going down with a great slaughter. Verse 7, and the unicorn shall come down with them. That's the satellites. And the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. Verse 8, for it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. Let's go to Isaiah. Make it snappy. Because he said the Edomites, they already been judged. I don't think so, you dummy. Talking about you some preacher. Bullshit. You ain't got no business touching our stuff any damn way. Isaiah 63. Verse 1. And we go read it to 3. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thy apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in my anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. Now, who is this that's going to trot in the winepress? Where's the winepress at? The winepress is the Edomites. Now, who is this that's going to tread in the winepress? And he going to trample them in his fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon his garments. Who is that talking about? Who is going to do that? Let's grab it. Revelations 19 and verse 11. And I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness do he judge and make war. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. And he had a name written, Slakia, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of Yahweh. And the armies which were in heaven followed upon him, Slakia, followed him upon white horses, meaning in those chariots, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations, beginning with Edom, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. And he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness of the wrath of the Almighty. Now, who is that? That's Yahweh when he returned. So who is that winepress that he's gonna tread? The Edomites. Let's go back to it. Isaiah 63 and 3. I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in my anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. Isaiah 63 and verse 4. For the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. So he says, for the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. What day is that? Let's find out. Let's grab a couple precepts. Let's grab a couple right quick. That's talking about when Mashiach returned. So how has the Edomites been destroyed already? Because God already judged them already. How? Mashiach ain't made his second return. So how has it been judged already? Mashiach ain't made his second return. So how had it been judged? You dumb, stupid ass heathen. Let's go to Zephaniah. Just a couple. Well, let me see. That's a few. So let's go to Zephaniah 1 and verse 14. The great day of the Lord Yahweh is near. It is near and hasten greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord Yahweh. The mighty men shall cry there bitterly. Who is the mighty men? Is not Edom in reference of that mighty man? Yeah, they are. What is that? Obadiah 1, I think is it 10? Let me see real quick. I think it's Obadiah 1 and 10. Nope, let me go up 1 and 9. Obadiah 1 and 9. And thy mighty men, O Teman, talking about the Edomites, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau, meaning what? The nation of Esau, may be cut off by slaughter. But let's get back to it. Zephaniah 1 and verse 14. The great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasten greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, Yahweh. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. Let's go to Joel 2, and I'm going to start at 10. The earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. And the Lord shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great. For he is strong that executed his word. For the day of Yahweh is great and very terrible, and who can abide it? But what does he say at verse 10? The earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. Where is that at? Let's grab it real quick. Let's go to Matthew 24. Matthew 24, and we're going to start at 29. Matthew 24 and 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Reading that, why? Because in that day, when that sun be darkened, and that moon, what it says in Joel 2 and 10, when is that going to happen? When Mashiach return. So when he said in Isaiah 63 and verse 4, for the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemer is come. When is that going to come? That's talking about when Mashiach return. So when does he go do these and slaughter these Edomites? When he return. Period. Now let's go to another one. And we'll finish off with this one. Let's go to 2nd Ezra 11. 2nd Ezra 11. And I'm going to read from, let me see, 2nd Ezra 11, 36. Let me see. Shit. Yeah, let me see. Well, it's all beautiful. I might read to 45. It all depends. But let's read it. 2nd Ezra. This is talking about when Mashiach returned. So how the Edomites ain't around no more. How they done been destroyed already. Man, you people are bugged the fuck out. 2nd Ezra 11 and verse 36. Then I heard a voice which said unto me, look, behold, Slakia, look before thee, and consider the thing that thou seest. And I beheld, and lo, as it were a roaring lion chased out of the wood. Now, who is that roaring lion? Who is that roaring lion? Who is that roaring lion? Through thy precepts I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way. So who is that roaring lion? Let's grab it. Let's grab it. I'm going to grab two. Let's go to Hebrews first. Hebrews 7 and verse 14. And then we go grab Revelations 5 and 5. Going into who is this roaring lion? Hebrews 7 and 14. For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah, of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood. So who is that sprang out of the tribe of Judah? Our Lord, Yahushua HaMashiach. Let's go to Revelations. Let's find out who that roaring lion is. Revelations 5 and verse 5. And one of the elders said unto me, weep not. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, had prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof. So who is that lion? Mashiach Yahushua. 2nd Esdras 11 and verse 37. And I beheld, and lo, as it were a roaring lion, meaning Mashiach, Yahushua, chased out of the wood, meaning he coming to devour his prey. And I saw that he sent out a man's voice unto the eagle and said, now who is that eagle? That lion is in reference of Mashiach Yahushua. Now who is that eagle? Let's find out who that eagle is. Let's find out who that eagle is. Let's go straight to it. Obadiah, and we're going to read it from the top, but the point is for you to know who that eagle is. Obadiah 1 and 1. The vision of Obadiah. Thus said Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua concerning Edom, concerning the Edomites, which we have heard a rumor from the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. The pride of thy heart had deceived thee. Though that thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, what? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, what did it say? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, said Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. So who is that eagle? The Edomites. Let's continue. 2nd Esdras 11 and 38. Hear thou, I will talk with thee, and the highest shall say unto thee, are not thou it that remainest of the 4 beasts, whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their times might come through them? Now that time, the end of their times, it goes into what? What is the Greek word for those times? Eons, which meaning pertaining to their age, their time of rulership. That's the same thing when you go to 2nd Ezra 6 and 9 when it says, for Esau is the end of the world. That world that's in there is also eons, which means what? The end of their time, the end of their age of rulership. Let's continue. Are not thou it that remainest of the 4 beasts, whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their times might come through them? And the 4th came, 2nd Ezra 11:40, and the 4th came and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression. And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit. For the earth hast thou not judged with truth. For thou hast afflicted the meek, thou hast hurt the peaceable, thou hast loved liars, and destroyed the dwelling of them that brought forth fruit, and hast cast down the walls of such as did thee no harm. Therefore is thy wrongful dealings come up unto the highest. That's why he said in Revelations 18, for thy sins have reached unto heavens. Let's continue. 2nd Ezra 11 and 43. Therefore is thy wrongful dealings come unto the highest, and thy pride unto the mighty. The highest also had looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended, and his abominations are fulfilled. And therefore appear no more, thou eagle, nor thy hurtful wings, nor thy wicked feathers, nor thy malicious heads, nor thy hurtful claws, nor all thy vain body, that all the earth may be refreshed, and may return, being delivered from thy violence, and that she may hope for the judgment and mercy of him that made her. So they gonna be taken out of the way. That's why I said, matter of fact, let's grab that and end it off with that one. That's why I said in Isaiah, let's grab that real quick. Isaiah 14, when it says in verse 5, and the Lord had broken the staff of the wicked. Who is the wicked? Edomites. And the sepulchre of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continued stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger and is persecuted and none hinder it. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. When these damn Edomites is out the way, the whole earth is going to rejoice when their ass is out the way. So what is that dog talking about that they've been already destroyed? They ain't going to be destroyed yet until Mashiach come back and destroy their ass. And that's all I want to bring out on that. Shalom, Yasharallah.